Good evening, my dear student. Myself, Dr. Apiluddin Ahmed. So today also we'll discuss some important questions. This video will be helpful for all those students which are going to appear the AHSEC final examination. Okay. So question here: show that f is a function from n to n and given by this way is both unknown and one-to function. Here you see f is a function from n to n. Yes, f is a function from क्या है n to n है, and they define like this way: f of x equal to, this will be x plus 1 if x is क्या है odd, and this will be x minus 1 if x is क्या है even है. Yes, so this is our function and we need to show this function is unknown as well as one-to. So for this unknown, what we do here? So for unknown function, here we consider two elements, suppose x1 and x2, and such that suppose their f of x1 and f of x2, their images are equal, and we need to verify whether they are equal or not. Or there are another way we can easily verify this function is unknown or not if we consider any two distinct elements here, and if we can verify their images are also distinct, then we can easily say this function will be unknown. Yes, so for the unknown, what we do here, just we consider two elements x1 and x2 belongs to this codomain. Yes, from the this first set, such that, yes, such that their images are equal. So suppose we consider their images are equal. Now here you see, since the function is our cases function, and you see here we consider two elements x1 and x2 from this set of n, so there are few cases will be arise here. First case will be here, if x1 and x2 both are odd number, maybe they are both even number, and the third case is maybe one of them will be odd, other will be even. So in the three cases we need to verify that if x1 and x2 are distinct, then their images are distinct, or you can verify if f of x1 and f of x2, that means their images are equal, then the elements must be क्या होना चाहिए, equal होना चाहिए. So in the first cases, suppose we consider here, yes, in the first case we consider x1 and x2 both are, yes, both are odd. Then what happened? You remember, if x is odd, then the function give here x1 plus 1. Yes, so here from here, if x1 equal to x2, f of x1 equal to x2, then what happened here? You see, what is the value of f of x1? This will be x1 plus 1, because you see if x is an odd number, then we get x1 plus x plus 1, and here this will be x2 plus 1, because x2 is also our odd number. But you see this on will be cancelled, so from here x1 will be x2. So in this case, if both are odd number, then we get if their images are equal, then the elements are also क्या हो जाता है, equal हो जाता है. Now you see in the second case what we do here, in the second case okay, so in the second case here we consider both x1 and x2 are even. Yes, if both x1 and x2 are even, and suppose f of x1 equal to f of x2, then what happened? So from this one here, what will be f of x1? This will be x1 minus 1, because you see according to our definition, if x is even, then this function will give here x1 minus 1. So here x1 and x2 are even, so f of x1 will be x1 minus 1 and x2 will be x2 minus 1, and here this minus 1 will be cancelled, so we get here x1 equal to x2. Yes, that means what we see here, if x1 and x2 both are even, function will be on. Yes, now yes, if x1 is odd and x2 is even, then what happened? You see here. So if we consider x1 is odd number, x2 is even number, so obviously it क्या है? Distinct है. Yes, x1 and x2 in this case will be distinct. Now we need to show their images are also distinct. Yes, then only we can say the function will be 1 on. Yes, so now we verify whether their images are also distinct here. Yes, so for this case, suppose or assume that their images are equal. We assume this on their images are also क्या है? Equal है. Yes, so here what will be the value of f of x1? x1 is our what number? So this will be x1 minus of 1, plus of 1, because according to our definition, if x is odd number, then we get here plus 1. And here f of x2, and x2 is our even number, so this will be x2 minus of 1. So from here what we get here, this will get here x2 minus of x1 equal to 2. Yes, you see here minus 1 को इस साइड में लेकर जाओ 2 होगा, एंड x2 यहाँ में है, x1 को राइट साइड में लेकर जाओ तो x2 minus x1 will be 2 here, and this is not possible. This is not possible. Yes, not possible. Why this is not possible? Because you see this is even number and this is odd number, and difference of even and odd is always odd number, but here you see this 2 is nothing, an even number, and this is not possible. Yes, this is not possible means their images are not equal here. This is not possible. Our assumption is wrong. That means what we see here, if x1 and x2 are, one of them is odd, another is even, then their images are also distinct. That's one. Consider x1 is even, x2 is odd number, then also same thing will happen. Yes, both cases or in the all cases what we see here, the function is 1 on. That means we can say this function is 1 on. Now for 1 2, yes, so how we can show this function is 1 2? Remember the function is our like this one, from n to n. Yes, from n to n we need to verify the function is क्या है? 1 2. So for 1 2 what we do, just you choose any elements here, and we need to show that for these elements there exists an element here such that f of that x is equal to y. Yes, y belongs to this capital N, any elements we consider. Yes, we consider any element y equal to y belongs to codomain. So maybe this y is odd, maybe this y is odd, or y is even. So there will be also two cases. Yes, so if you see here, so if y is odd, then what happen? If y is odd, then y minus 1 और y plus 1 is क्या होगा? Even होगा. Is it okay? If y is odd number, then y plus 1 will be even. So if y plus 1 is even, then what will be the value of this one? F of y plus 1. This is even, guys. This is even, matlab this one minus of 1 will be here, and this is y. That means you see, for this y there exists a y plus 1, which is f of y plus 1 equal to y. That means if this y is क्या है? what है, then इसमें क्या हो जाता है? y plus 1 एक element मिल जाता है जो इसका साथ relate है. Yes, now if we consider y is क्या है? even. So if y is even, then what happen? You see, if y is even, then y minus 1 will be what? Yes, y minus 1 will be odd, because we consider y is even. So since here y minus 1 is odd, so f of y minus 1. What will be f of y minus 1? This will be y minus 1 plus of 1. That means this is y. That means you see here, इसमें y एक वैल्यू मिल जाता है when we put here y minus 1. So you see, इसमें y minus 1 मिल जाता है. तो इसमें y जब इवन होगा ना, वो इवन के लिए भी यहाँ में क्या मिलेगा? y minus 1 एक एलिमेंट मिलेगा, जो एलिमेंट्स को f में डालने से क्या हो जाता है, y मिल जाता है. तो you see here in the both cases, if y is odd, then also there exists an element y plus 1, and if y is even, then there exists also an element y which is y minus 1 in the set. Yes, that means for y odd or even, in the both cases there exists some elements in this set capital N or domain such that they are images of these elements. That means what happened in the both cases, f is क्या है, 1 2 है, and hence we can say the function f is 1 2. Is it okay?